I think it was the JPY. I think it was the JPY. I think I got a set up on there as well, for a sell.
Oh,
Just waiting to
really?
see. Yeah,
Yeah, USDJPY was killing me like a couple months ago, so I actually stopped.
yeah,
But I do see that sell setup that's actually,
yeah.
I mean, you're right there on the daily chart, but I'm sure on the 4 hour chart too. Yes, I mean, look, high point, lower high,
It's got
low.
a, yeah.
Now that's all I can
It's
see now. Like once that's why it's like trading to me is so simple because now it's just like it's about mastering self. So it's like a lot of people get married and they're like, well, want to get married, and they're like, I want to be the best person I could be with my spouse, da da da. We're gonna eat healthy, we're gonna work out, da 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 da. But if they're not already doing that, they're not gonna do that just because they got another person with them. And if that person don't have that habit, if that person don't have
yeah.
that habit to
That's so
drag
true.
them to eat healthy and go to the gym and want to
Yeah,
do better, they both not gonna do nothing together. I
yeah,
was thinking about that earlier.
yeah. That's so true. That's so true, man.
Yes.
You either gotta want to do it or not, man. If you
Because
need
you're a
someone to
product
push
of
you to
your
do it,
environment, but then it's like if you
100%.
don't have an environment, it's almost like that's what happened to me. Like, because I had a traumatic childhood, and it's like you are a product of your environment, but it's like if I have a habit of not being around people, then I get to create my own environment because now I'm going to YouTube and learning from millionaires and billionaires. So then it's like
Mm.
now my environment has changed because of technology, basically. So I always think about that kind of stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's I think that's something a lot of people overlook as well. Subconscious behavioral patterns that have been programmed in them that they're
Uh-huh.
unconsciously aware of, and they continue to repeatedly execute those patterns unconsciously, and then ask, "Well, why is this happening?" Or "Why that?" Because you keep doing the same shit, you just don't realize it,
Yes, and
right?
at some point they have to want to realize it. Like they have to
Yeah,
stay on
exactly.
the ride long enough to figure
Right.
out what happened. So it's just like it's really a self journey, and it's just like the more I learn about myself and the more that I grow, it's almost like my trading gets better and better and faster and faster. So it's like I pay myself to trade, basically. I pay myself to live. And my job is to take care of my kid and
Yep.
feed the dogs, let them out, and teach others how to. Because there's no way, I don't know, like the way that I grew up, I think it's impossible. I always think about it, how I turned out. It's a miracle because I didn't
Yeah.
have anyone that did this in my life, but it's just like one yes led to this, and then it's just like okay, I'm like Alice in Wonderland. Of now I learned this, I can't forget this, and it's like okay, people support it or they don't. But it's like the journey itself is about with itself because it's like
Yep.
if you fuck up your life, it's not like people gonna care, especially when you're an adult. People stop caring. People got their own lives to uphold, but then it's like the more you start learning about self, the more you see people are a product of the decisions that they have made, and not the
100%.
environment that they're in anymore.
100%. That's
Yeah.
what I always say, like when people are in life, just generally speaking, and they're at a point and they don't know like why has this happened or why is everything so fucked up. I just say, man, just backtrack on your timeline because somewhere along there, there's some choices you made that led
Exactly.
to this. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Just backtrack.
Exactly.
Backtrack. I'm sure you'll identify when you made those decisions.
Exactly. It's like taking accountability for life, for self. Like people in relation, they like, oh, people don't take accountability, but it's just like you have to have some capabilities of taking accountability in order for your life to be great anyway, because it's I we've all gone through things, and it's like even in the matter of me going through something, I'd be kind of grateful for the people that's like, no, just figure it out, da 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 da, because it's like I know like God knows my heart, and I'm a person that's gonna help whether I can or can't, because I know that I'm
Mm,
more capable
yep.
most times than the person coming to me to figure it
Yep.
out. So I'm gonna figure it out faster, and I can help the situation. That's just me, but
Yep.
it's like if people don't have that love to want to go further and deeper, it's not even about trading no more because they have to naturally want to have that love. They're not naturally just gonna get their shit together, marrying somebody with their shit together. And then it's like once they branch off, get divorced, go on by themselves, the kids grow up, they're like, man, why is my life like this? It's like because you personally, individually, never had your shit together. The kids weren't the
Yep,
excuses. The husband, the wife, not the excuses. The job, not the excuses. You chose every single day, and now you are really are looking at the decision of your choices.
yep. And that's
So
what
it's like
happens.
if
That's what
something
happens.
isn't working, you gotta not like it enough to change it.
Yeah, well, I read this and one time and it just stuck with me ever since, and it was just talking about how people, the only way someone can change, like make a difference and change and transition to a better life or better version of themselves. And we know like the only reason people don't like change is because it's painful. Change is painful, it's
Yes.
uncomfortable, and people don't like discomfort. But the pain of staying the same has to become greater than the pain of change in order for you to
Mm-hmm.
change, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once changing becomes less painful than staying the same as you are now, then you're ready to make a change. But as long as it's not
Exactly.
painful, more painful than the change, you don't change because it may be
Exactly.
painful, but it's a comfortable painful. It's still bearable,
Exactly. It's like
right? It
choosing the
has to
path
become
of left and
unbearable.
right, basically.
Yeah,
Of you get a choice and everything. God gave everybody free will, but
yep,
it's like rock bottom. It's like diamonds are built under pressure. Once you at rock bottom, you
yep,
don't have another place to go. There's no other choice but to
mm,
go. It's up. But some people like, you know what? Rock bottom not so bad. I got a rich sister. I got a
yeah.
rich cousin. I got
I
friends. But
just,
then it's like, what happened when all those people don't want to help you, or they got other
yep,
priorities, or they start families and they got
yeah,
business decisions, or business whooping their ass and they can't help you. What happens
and I
next?
can't.
And you still decided, like, you know what, rock bottom is getting a little hot in here, starting to feel like hell because
Yeah,
your ass never got out of it.
yep, because you chose to stay
So
there.
exactly. So I did hear that quote. I love that quote. It's like pain. People try to run from the pain, but it's like the person that I am today was not built through the good times. It was built through the
No,
bad because I had to make
yep,
another decision because it was uncomfortable, whether it was the situation, the person, the environment, anything, anything. But
yeah,
that decision could be anything. It don't have to be in business. It don't have to be me personally. It could be fucking say my daughter she allergic to shellfish. It could be me simply trying something new and it got fucking shellfish in it, and
yep,
so
yep,
then now my decision is I'm
yeah,
gonna check or stick to products that I know she is familiar with
yep,
because of that bad
yeah,
decision. So
yep,
yeah, I always like our talks.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Um,
yeah. Sorry, go on, Naomi.
what was that? No, I'm still here. You
No,
still here?
yeah, yeah. I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. What'd you say?
yeah. No, I thought you were going to say something.
Oh
That's
no
all.
no no no! That
Yeah,
was out. Oh, I think what I was gonna say was Bitcoin. It's up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, that looks good right there. But that's why it's like, but I already have that conviction. And once I see that buy impulse to the upside, retest to the downside, once I see that, I'm just already sold because I already knew I didn't already connected all the other dots on all the other time frames.
mm,
Like that's my job now. So it's like if I don't do my job, then it's like the money starts coming in. And it's like if I don't have faith and the work that I'm doing behind the scenes, then it's like people saw a trade go for 30 minutes and then they saw 800 and then they saw something go for say 3 days and they saw 65K, something for a day, saw 20K, but it's like they don't see that I will look at these charts all day long. I
yeah,
love it. I don't have to. I
yeah,
actually enjoy doing it.
yeah,
So it's just like, wow, the things that I saw on silver this morning, it just puts into a different perspective of even looking at, you see how we was just talking and how we was like if it hold this level here,
yeah,
but really my
reject.
orange line that I was looking for was this level here, but I'm like, okay, well let's see if this is actually a retest here, but now the market kind of playing with this level and kind of went under it. We don't want it to go under this level, but technically it's still a sell because it never took out this orange level, which is a weekly level. That makes sense. So it's
Yep,
like all it did was since this was the original high, this is exactly what it did. This was the original high right here, clone. it take out this level, and then it kind of screw people up. So now they got to make a decision on, is it really buying? Is it really gonna hold this level, or do we have to sell here? I'm not gonna sell. Well, I'm sorry, I would sell, but if my stop loss completely would be if it took out this orange line here. This orange line here is holding, but this high here is higher than this high here. But if we don't hold above this or underneath this, it almost like this high is just a psych out. This high to me would
mm,
potentially be a wick if we cannot break above it and hold this orange line and make that higher low on the opposite side of this orange line. That makes sense? Because
yeah.
now it's like we getting so close, so far away from my entry here on. That's why it's like I either stack and hold, but the stack and hold will be hard to where I stacked here, but holding from here to here is good. Once you start taking profit, it's a lot harder to make a decision on if I really want to buy from this level, even though this is a potential demand here, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
for me, it's also still a supply zone to where it's so close to a supply for me that I want to wait to see if we break this orange. But if we don't break this orange, then I'm like, okay, this orange is technically my stop loss for the buys. But for the sell side, how the market is reacting now on, I see where it's holding right here, but we thought it was gonna hold here. If it doesn't hold here, then we can go further down. But it's like how far down?
Mm,
I still liked it at this level, but does it? But that's why it's like, does it really want to go to this level? So it's like, if you don't have a directional bias of which one you want the most, the way that I just explained those decisions right there, and that's in that frame was gonna be what's in people's mind of buy, sell. And that's what I used to do as a new trader. I would buy and sell until my whole fucking account was gone. And I was just like, I wonder what happened. I couldn't make a fucking decision. So it's
yeah.
like the market got me. But I'm sorry, I got myself before the market even had a chance. It probably was still gonna get me because I would have been wrong because I wouldn't have had a pure directional bias and I would have got excited and entered at the wrong time. I would have bought here thinking I was missing something, and FOMO would have bought here, thought I was missing something, and then or I would have
Mm,
look bought here like, oh, I guess I got lucky, and then that bitch would have came down 90% and blew my whole account. But I'm an experienced trader now. I don't have to go through all
yeah.
this. I get to choose on if I want to buy and sell here. I don't even have to deal with it here. So it's like, okay, now I'm just watching because I already made my money here. But then I was like, I've seen the way it sets up right here. But it's like, do I have to actively make a decision here? Do I have to be in something? Nah, I could wait a few hours and see what the market is doing. So
Mm,
that's sometimes what my response is now. If the decision is too hard to make, I'm just going to choose not to be in it right now. Or I'm gonna be in it
okay.
very low and then, have a stop on it. But it's like I have a main bias, and if the market doesn't trade in that direction, like my main bias, this is what I learned. I was early last night. I tried to buy silver last night, and then it failed. I bought silver this morning, it worked. I want to sell silver, but now it's playing games right now. I'm like, you know what? I tried to buy silver last night and it played games with me. So it's like, okay, if it played games last night and it's playing games right now, let me just see what it looks like in the morning time or in a few hours after
Mm,
it's done playing games because I have time to watch it the entire time, but does it have time to get to this orange line? And what if it wants to consolidate for another 24 hours? I don't have control over that. So let me just let it do what it do and then check back. And then once I check back, it should either still be below this line or above that line. And from there, I'll make a decision because
yeah.
technically this orange line is that one here. I like that one, but it's like we still got this level here. So this could be supply or this could be supply or this could be
Yeah. Yeah.
supply. But which supply do I like the most? Because impulse to the downside, anticipation, impulse to the downside, unless it breaks this orange line, or well, it don't have to break this orange line, but this one for sure is gonna make me like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen. But this one right here, you see how we still got impulse to the downside? If the market really wanted to, it could try this. It don't have to though, but
Mm,
it's gonna make it look like a stop out. But it's like, what if it tries this for London session and then for US session, NFP come out and then it decides to slide down the hill? That's crazy.
yeah.
But unless I
Yeah.
get
Because
a retest to the top side, I'm kind of not interested in where price is right now because it's a little confusing for me personally. Cool
yeah.
beans.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna send this recording to
Thanks,
you.
Naomi.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
And
you.
then send me those charts and I'll take a look at
Yeah.
them
Yeah. I
tonight
will.
too.
I will. No
Perfect.
worries. I will.
Right.
Easy.
All right. I'll catch you
Thanks so
later.
much, Naomi.
Most
Good talking,
definitely.
huh? Talk soon.
Okay, so that's it. All right, bye.
Later.